Hey, Viola Rules here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. So, we're now doing the cross-examination for After the Murder Part 2 for Eenie Miney, so let's go ahead and get started. This is kind of dark. I don't believe that for a second. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. It's okay, Phoenix. So, the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended in. Yeah, because red and purple blend in. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. Say it wasn't right to do something like that? What do you mean? And what was it your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at that time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. What do you mean flipped out? But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. Because I believe that. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Sure. Is there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? When do you mean? When you're in the side room, we're going to the crime scene, arrived at the crime scene. I want to say arrived at the crime scene because they should have found Miss Morgan passed out, but at the same time, going to the crime scene should have procced something as well because the urn was broken at that time. I'm going to say when you were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. I asked because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. Press that. Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. No good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If we don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay, I already know what I have to do. her last statement. And, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. I'm pretty sure that I have to present, well, the urn, I would think. Broken by Pearl right before the murder, yeah. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Objection! Who cares about some worn-out old urn? We do? Yeah, yeah. I already, said I didn't see, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, totally say anything about, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could not have seen this person, which would be Pearl. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. I love her overdramatic panic animation. Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have declared you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. She didn't refute it. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Yeah, I guess so, or there's no way. There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? It's in her testimony just now. It's in the evidence. I'm going to say it's in her testimony right now. I love how it says, "Help me, Mia," at the bottom. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I can concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. However, you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. But look at the Manor's guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way, but notice that this is a partial map. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. what, Von Karma? Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? And I'm pretty sure that she was in the channeling chamber itself. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? Yes, it is. That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's why that is. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where was I hiding? Behind the folding screen, of course. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again! Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick dependent on me, Slimeball! Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Grant! As if you know exactly how old I am! I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. The help of... Wait. There's a bullet hole. Oh my god. Miss Miney. How you were able to hide at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. that tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Uh-huh, sure. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? I'm going to say, yes I can, with some evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. And I think I just have to present the clothing box again because it has a bullet hole in it. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, waiting for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Oh, I see. So when Maya got knocked out, she was put into the folding box. The clothing box, I mean. Then, Mr. Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. Wow. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. I'm going to go ahead and say correct. It is not possible. Because she had help. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. She's slowly losing it. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice, which was Miss Morgan Fay. This person? If it wasn't someone from Karayan Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Fay? Isn't that the wonderful lady we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? Well, you shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Well, there's the total mental breakdown. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. Oh, she meant to kill him by stabbing and just didn't stab him directly in the heart, I guess. At the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Oh, okay, that's why the blood was bugging me. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please, leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. Well, what is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Any objections? Who is that laughing at a time like this? Obviously Annie. Oh, no, it's Von Karma, I guess. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why did she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, we know her motive, Phoenix. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. I think I need to present newspaper clipping 2 here. Yeah, the fatal accident. Just as I thought. Oh, was that wrong? What? It's great. Now even she is calling me by my phone name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Okay, that was right. Okay, she's just playing it dumb. Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know. She's back to her airhead self. However, you see... Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. Well, I'm not done yet. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Just so many faults. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See? That's what I, told you. Yeah, she did say that, she would make this difficult for us. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Miney. Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then Why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Yes, I can. I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Wow, she got whipped. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. A Bond karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will blow you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec. Nope. To be continued. Wow, this is a very long chapter. Yep, I want to save. Okay, so things are unfolding. So, the final piece of evidence that we need to pin this on her of why. It's also said that she had training for this. I don't remember there being anything about her being trained for something like this. Oh, because she knew all about the village and everything, about the Korean technique and how it works and all that. She learned that from Morgan Fay. Okay, that's the training they're referring to. Okay, I got it now, I think. But anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.